This is a very special and important message for someone. In my meditation, I was guided to write, just like free association writing, which I believe is a form of channeling. And what came through was this beautiful poem that's for you. And I feel like, well, I don't know exactly who's speaking to you through this poem, but perhaps you will know. So I'll read it to you, and then we'll pull out the cards. I haven't touched the cards yet because I want to do that part together. There's something about us being open to whatever comes through and exploring the energies as they make themselves known in this space in real time together is something that is important to this energy. So I feel like this is a message for you, not to try to get ahead of something or maybe to plan something out, just to let it unfold and flow in the moment, because it feels like you might miss something otherwise. You might stifle some kind of potential that wants to arise and come through. So without further ado, let me read this poem that was written to you. When I saw a sign, I saw you out at sea, deep under the crystal waters, swimming ferociously. I'm there with you now, clouds above the sky, choppy waters rising. I'm weaving a life basket for you to pull yourself up. Watch for its shadow on the surface. You'll always have your whale eye to see, and with it, you will see me. So it's so beautiful. I feel like with this emotion that is washing over me, I feel like it's a divine presence. I feel like it's your higher self speaking to you, or an angel, a guide, someone who's passed over, your higher mind, I'm hearing, the part of you that is connected to the all. And it feels like a beautiful message of support for you. So thank you for sharing that with me, because obviously I'm deeply touched by it. Okay, so let's get into the cards and see what this is all about for you. Whatever you're going through, I mean, you are so wise with the whale eye. You'll always have your whale eye to see. And maybe you want to visualize the eye of a whale. There's something about looking into that eye in your visualization and seeing yourself reflected. I'm hearing seeing yourself reflected in its sight. You've traveled where it's traveled. You're deeply connected. Maybe this is like energetically actually with a whale, or maybe this is more of a metaphor. Whales hold a lot of memory. They're very communicative, and they have a lot of secrets that they keep, secrets of the sea that they keep and share only with those who share with them. And this basket that's on the surface, that someone's weaving right now, or something is weaving right now for you. And I don't know why it's a basket, but it's going to help pull you up out of something. And maybe, I know why it's a basket. Because when you get pulled up from the sea, whatever treasures you found deep underneath the waters, you can put in the basket. So this basket isn't just a life preserver, it's also a treasure chest for all of the things that you've discovered deep, deep, deep down in the sea, all those secrets that you now hold within you, secret wisdom and knowledge. Okay. Let's see, Spirit, what is this all about? Soul family. Oh my goodness, look at these whales. All right. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And then this one came out. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? You're not alone. This is clear. It's so interesting, too. When I saw a sign, I saw you out at sea. Maybe you saw yourself out somewhere at sea. Or this, again, could be another energy seeing you way out there under the crystal waters, deep under the crystal waters, swimming ferociously. I'm there with you now. Beautiful. All right. Let's see the energy supporting you. Energy supporting you. I'm hearing dear one. Trust. Faith in the power of the universe. Spirit is asking you to have trust. There is something that is calling you, and you don't know whether you should answer it, or there are other things going on in your life, deep under the waters, that are making you propel quite quickly, swimming ferociously, maybe distracting you, making you feel like you're not at ease or that you can't answer your call. But you can. And to answer the call, I suppose you need to know what it's calling you to do. Answer your soul's calling. What is your soul calling you to do? Okay, we're going to find that out. But let's see the challenge. And these whales. And I'm seeing dolphins in here too. Yeah, but look, it's like the whale is you, your higher self. Okay. The challenge, the sun, conscious mind, masculine life force, and let go, relax and release. There's something about visibility that could be on your mind, being seen for who you are, or somebody witnessing something you're going through. Perhaps you feel a certain sense of injustice, or you would like someone to acknowledge your hard work and also your trials and tribulations. And I feel like this is partly why this message is coming through with this poem, because this poem is seeing you. I saw you out at sea. And then it ends with, you will always have your whale eye to see, and with it you will see me. So, okay, so I'm hearing recursive. There's something here where your desire to be witnessed, and we all have this kind of desire to be seen for who we really are. Okay, we do. And many people play off that, take advantage of that desire. But this desire to be seen, Spirit is saying you can fulfill it yourself, because you need to see something about yourself with that whale eye. Look deep into the whale eye and see yourself. Spirit sees you, but I feel like you need to see something about yourself. You need to answer that soul's calling that is saying, who am I really? What do I really want? Am I living in my full power and potential? And what do I need to let go of that's holding me back? Yes, because whatever it is that's holding on to you, or you're holding on to it, is something about identity, ego, being seen. Maybe this is career or a sense of validation. It could also be you have a particular idea of what growth looks like, of what success looks like, defined by values and definitions that are man-made, not necessarily soul-made, but made from the ego mind. I'm getting something like, if you could retrace your life, retrace the steps of your life, and look at your goals and your ambitions in terms of what your soul desires rather than what society desires, what would your life have looked like? Something like that. There's also, for some of you, well, actually, let me just clarify this a little bit more. Tell me more about the sun. Devotion. There's definitely a need to release some kind of expectation that others have put upon you or you have put upon yourself. Usher. There's been a force and energy that's been ushered into your life. It's not that it's restrictive necessarily. It has something to do with this masculine energy. It's like a masculine energy has been ushered into your life. And you've tried to meet it in some way, like meet the expectations or just be one with it in some way. But what, Spirit? What is what? Foretold. Yeah, because this energy creates this kind of linear story of what your life should look like, of what defines progress, of what defines perfection, of what defines love and unity and all of those things, and spirituality and intelligence and talent and skill. You know, it's been foretold by the masculine energy here in this sun card. You know, everybody knows what you're supposed to do. The sun, it illuminates, right? It's out in the open. Everybody knows how you're supposed to devote yourself, what you're supposed to usher into your life, and how it's all supposed to unfold. And for you, it hasn't really worked out that way. And newsflash, it doesn't for most people. Some people get lucky. Some people work very hard to mainstream themselves. But most of us ride our own wave, okay, and find ourselves out in different parts of the sea, not necessarily close to the shore. And yeah, and why would you be close to the shore when you're the whale? Okay, there's a lot of like metaphor coming through here. So Spirit is definitely saying to let go of some track, some linear narrative, some story about something that had this foretold conclusion or expectation of who you should be and how you should be. Release that. It's like an anchor weighing you down. Okay, so trust. Some of you, like in a real concrete way, we could translate this to like individual life circumstances. For some of you, it could be like it's time to pivot in your career towards something that's calling you. For others of you, it's time to change up a dynamic in a relationship. You know, there's lots of things that this could apply to. But Spirit is saying you're not alone. You don't have to do it alone. Call in your tribe. Divination. I was just going to say, it feels like calling in your tribe is maybe something spiritual for you. And all of this visualization and the poetry and the whale and all of this stuff, it is a form of divination. It's divining with Spirit. And I feel like Spirit's calling you to do some of this yourself. Maybe write a poem yourself and don't think about it. Like you don't sit there and think about like, does this sound good? Does that work with that? Just write what comes, and it will be a message for you. Trust, have faith that Spirit speaks to you. Your divination is right. Okay? For some of you, you really need to know that you're getting a message and you're questioning it. I'm seeing a cord here between you and this message you're receiving. What is this? Synergy, yeah. It's like a synergistic cord between you and the message that you're receiving. The message is coming from you, your inner knowing, your deep wisdom. You already know and it's being confirmed and validated in your divination. Okay? So have trust, have faith. Many of you are really being called towards something. And I feel like that something is a little bit undefined. Okay? And you could feel like, oh, I feel like, like I gotta do this. I gotta go somewhere. But I don't know why. And what do you want to say about that? Collide. Interesting. I mean, yeah, there's something. Are these bleeding hearts? They kind of look like bleeding hearts. Something about that flower could be significant. You're meant to follow this call, this intuitive hit you have to go to the woods today, to go visit that friend next week, to wrap yourself in a blanket and shut the world out today. Like whatever it is you're feeling called to do, like you just feel intuitively, I need to do this right now. I'm not sure why, but I feel the need to do it. You're meant to, because you're going to collide. Your energy is going to collide with another energy. Let's see. What are you going to collide with here? The star. Blessings, inspiration, and time to shine. There's going to be a spark, some kind of direction you're going to receive. You'll be surprised what happens when you honor that inner voice and you really listen to it. Yeah, I made plans with Sally Sue, but I can't go because my intuition is telling me not to. You know? Some of you just need to listen to that voice. Okay? There's a collision ahead with the star. A blessing. An inspiration. Okay, let's get into the tarot and see what comes through. I don't feel like I want to know more, but I don't know if I'm going to get specifics. Well, let's pull out some charms. Maybe this will help some of you center this message in your individual unique lives and stories. I'm seeing that as like a title on the front of a book. It's like embossed into the book, Lives and Stories. Interesting. The number 5, an octopus, a dolphin, a cat, lots of animals, octopus, dolphin, and a cat, all very intuitive, all smart, very clever. And then we have the symbol for Jupiter. So there's an expansion here in your intuition and your intelligence. There's also something about playfulness. Number 5 can signal change, or maybe there's something going on with your 5th house, which is what you love and what you're passionate about. There's the letter V, U, and a genie lamp. What do you wish to do? You could do anything right now, or feel. If you not do, let's say feel. If you could feel anything right now, what would you feel? We have the letter M, P, R, S, and a bird in a cage. Okay, a couple more. Specific confirmation, spirit, for those who need it. Okay, we have Venus and Aries. That could be a placement that's of significance. We have the letter D, the letter B, the letter F, the letter K, the letter E, the letter O, a spider in a spider web. I really do love this charm. Just something about it. The teardrops shape is very comforting in a way. That could be a message there. An open cage. No bird inside. The bird has found the key. Oh, look, there's something on the key. The key says love, and this little charm is stuck on it that says good luck. Good luck in love. A shell that's open, a crown, a Taurus symbol, and the last thing is a street sign, I want to say, that says success, money, and happiness. And success and money are pointing in one way and happiness in the other direction. Maybe this speaks to that. Oh, are you going to focus it? It doesn't really matter, I suppose. It speaks to that foretold narrative, I feel, where success and money maybe are seen as the epitome of happiness or the epitome of being a good person or a valued person in our society or in your life or in their life, whatever. But Spirit's saying it doesn't always run, success and money don't always run parallel to happiness. Given the choice, what would you choose? Success, money, or happiness? Now, they don't always have to be at odds with one another, but it feels like you need to take a little bit of a risk away from something that seems sure, but requires a little bit of a soul dampening towards something that is calling you and gives you energy, synergy, divination, the energy to divinate. We had the E just fell off the table and rolled away to the table, to the light. E fell off the table and rolled away to the table. Okay. Let's get into the tarot before I get myself into a tongue twister of sorts. This could also be a message. Maybe you just need to divinate. Okay. Get back to a practice you have. Oh, okay. Seeing it, I'm not literally seeing it, but I'm seeing it in my mind's eye, a turnip. It's like a rotten turnip that's coming back to life. Okay, Spirit. Ooh. Well, help is on the way. Call in your tribe. Okay, let's see. Okay. There's a lot here. I'll leave these as Okay, let's go through these cards and see what Spirit's saying. I want to clarify with these. Okay, we have the 9 of Swords for your overall energy. Okay, so this makes sense why you're given this beautiful poem, because you need it. You need a little bit of a soul hug, an energetic hug. You're really caught up here over analyzing something for whoever this message is for. Tell me more about this. The doe in reverse. It's like a fear almost. Something's putting you on edge. And it's hard to trust in your grace and your capacity to move with rhythm and flow is what I'm getting when you're in the 9 of Swords. And I feel like the more that you acknowledge that, you're like, this is really putting me out of sorts. It's almost like the harder you get on yourself. Why am I letting this get to me? Why am I letting, it's like first you're getting in knots about something, and then you're getting in knots about that something becoming something for you. Interesting way of putting it. Okay. Transformation, because you know that there's a stagnant energy that you're wrestling with in some regard. And I feel like your soul knows it would rather be on a path of transformation, or you'd like to see something transform, but it's just not taking shape in a way that is truly reflective of you. It's like an incompatibility. that you're feeling. Okay, 5 of Cups for what you don't see coming. Let's have a look at this. Well, I'm getting like there's a sense of you feeling like you're betraying yourself almost. You've been through things before and you've managed to get yourself out. You've woven baskets before to save yourself, right? And so you might feel, why am I caught in this again? Or why am I dealing with this again? The tomb in reverse. Something that you have settled out with yourself has reawoken. Okay? It's coming back to kind of bug you, bother you, create a little bit of mental havoc. The tomb. Seeing the sun being put in a tomb. It's very strange, the energy I'm getting from this sun card. Let me see. Tell me about this energy over here. Greed. Yeah, it's like the sun is a beautiful, positive energy, but everything has a light and a dark side. And I'm picking up on the dark side of the sun. Interesting. The dark side of the sun. Maybe that's the ego world. And there's something about greed coming through. I feel like there's a tug on your energy as well. Somebody's being greedy with what you have to offer, greedy with your energy, or taking advantage of something. I'm hearing not paying their proper dues. And at the same time, you're finding yourself kind of in this situation or exchange of energy in which you're going along with some foretold narrative of who you're supposed to be or become, when you've already in the past decided that you're not going to do that. But now here it is again, the tomb opening, the energy reawakening. Let's see the poem, anything here? Swimming ferociously, but you do know how to swim. There's cloudy skies, right? Clouds above the sky. Clouds above the sky. Interesting. Choppy waters rising. Yeah, it feels intense. And there's a feeling of, damn it, how is this happening? Why am I back here? Flying in reverse. Recursive. Maybe you feel like you've gone backwards. It's not really that you've gone backwards. It's just now that you're more consciously aware of which direction fulfills you and which direction is detrimental to you. You're able to discern and see and intuit a lot better than you did before. So it's not like you're back where you started. It's more like you're just aware of what's coming up. Like I'm seeing a pathway, and in the back there were all these crossroads, and you had to navigate it and figure out which path to take, and now you found the right path and you're on it, and here comes another fork in the road. And now suddenly you're aware of what this fork in the road means and the gravity of it. And it's not that you've gone back down the path in the direction you're not turning around and going back. You're just at another fork that has similar energy. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is saying, take this moment of recognition that something's just not working as a sign of your enlightenment, of your awakening, of your expanded consciousness of what's good for your soul and what's not. The path that you want to be on, you're still on it. There's just a fork here. Maybe you went a couple steps down that path. Okay? That's okay. You're being given some kind of direction for sure, if you follow this calling you have. Your opportunity is the Tower. Now, for some of you, while I'm seeing this as a fork in the road, you're experiencing it as a damn tower moment. I'm seeing someone like hold their head like this. They're like, oh, you know? Maybe you're overworked, overburdened. Let's figure this out. But it's coming out as the opportunity, the tower. So let's see. What's this tower as the opportunity? There's something about electricity and lightning. You may be experiencing funky things with like electronics, the power. It's like a reflection of your energy. It's a reflection of your Nine of Swords energy. Like you're like, ooh, and it just like, it's so strong that things start reacting to you in the environment. Okay. It's just a mirror. Vigilance in reverse. That's for some of you. Okay. Not all of you. Some of you are experiencing that, but it's different, but we'll just leave it there. The reflection. Yeah. See, it's a reflection of you. That's what I'm saying. And now you're hyper vigilant of the potential of tower moments, or the one that you find yourself in. And what is the potential of a tower moment? Well, it cracks things wide open, and I got that message earlier. It cracks things wide open for you to free yourself. So, something is building. The intention I'm hearing is building, and the intensity behind something is building. And this growth of energy, or this increase of like Nine of Swords, mental anguish or chaos or struggle, it's getting you to reflect on the paths available to you, and to be mindful and vigilant of which path you choose to take. Okay? So the challenge is the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles, Spirit. Manifestation and strength. What do you want? You really have to figure that out. I know it's hard, but if you really figure it out and you feel it out, things start lining up a lot easier. How do I say that in a better way? Like, what does your soul really want? And try to focus on the feeling you want. Do you want to feel free? Do you want to feel like you're have authority? Do you want to feel respected, admired? Do you want to feel creative? Do you want to feel sovereign? Do you want to feel loved? What do you want to feel? And then look at the path that you're going on and ask yourself, does that align? Does that path and everything that must be done, or that should be done, or that can be done, does that align with the feeling that I'm after, that I'm seeking? Something about that is important to your ability to manifest, to know your strength, because when you're in alignment, things happen a lot easier, like mind-blowing things. But you have to know what you want. I really want to do this, and it can be anything. Right? It could be anything. It would be really cool and mean a lot and be so good if I could do X, Y, Z. And maybe just say it to yourself, say it out loud, say it to spirit, acknowledge it, and then release it, let it go. And then when a fork comes up in the road, ask yourself, oh yeah, that thing I really wanted to do, does this fork in the road take me there, or does it take me somewhere else? Okay, there's something about that that's important for you to think about, to be vigilant about. Because you are able to create your own reality. Okay? With Ace of Pentacles, manifestation and strength. That's what the cards say. That's what Spirit says. There's no doubt about that. But it's coming out in the challenge. So maybe you don't believe that fully. or you haven't had that experience in a long time. And look what's next to it as your advice. The magician. Hello. Magical one, are you there? Are you listening? Do you see your desired reality? Because it can happen. And it doesn't mean that you ignore all the towers and the anxieties and the difficulties that are unfolding in your life. You do have to pay attention to those and handle those. But it doesn't mean you have to drop your magic and give up on your inner magician. You can deal with a lot of crap and still be magical AF. Two things can be true at the same time. So your advice is to practice your magic. And we had divination here. And maybe you practice magic by praying. Maybe you practice magic by creative writing. Maybe magic for you is spending time with your dog in the woods. I don't know. You get to define what that means to you from your soul. Your soul tells you this is magic, not anyone else, your soul. So get back to that. Find the magic again. That's where your power is. That's where your power is. And damn, are you ever powerful? The magician, power, manifestation, Ace of Pentacles, and strength. And then the tower is a reflection of your energy, which means that you can take some solace in knowing that external forces, the healer, are, how do I say that? Are happening for you, not to you. And this is not a blanket statement for all people in the world at every time, in every situation, going through whatever they're going through. This is for you. I'm talking to you. Okay, this is a reading for you. Okay, so what's going to manifest in the next 3 months? A lot, it looks like. Father of Wands, the Emperor, Mother of Cups, and Daughter of Cups. Well, here we have some masculine energy and some feminine energy. Let me take a look here. Well, for some of you, you choose both paths. And you realize that you can do both things, or you can have multiple things going on in your life at once. Okay, multiple callings. And you learn to balance that energy in a way where what matters most to you is not being sacrificed. And that actually helps you gain more traction and power under the sun. What else is here, Spirit? Tell me about the Father of Wands and the Emperor. Remember who you are. Return to the roots. And I am seeing this Emperor heading towards this candle, returning to his roots, fire energy. Remember that you so cheesy though. Love, yeah, okay. Exile and meditation in reverse and the thief. Nobody can take away. Okay, these are not bumper stickers, but they're coming through like them. Nobody can take away the magic inside of you. Okay, and nobody can take the thief and meditation in reverse. Nobody can take the energy of love that is deeply embedded and woven into your thought process. and the way you communicate with others. Only you can stifle that. Nobody else can do that. Okay? So there's a way to approach something very difficult while remaining true to who you are. Remember who you are, return to your roots. And who you are is somebody who's confident in their magic, confident in the actions they take, and willing to try new things. And just because someone or a group of people don't love what you're doing, don't love you, it doesn't mean a damn thing. It doesn't mean a damn thing. Okay? Not for you, not in this reading. They're just people with their own issues, with their own upbringing, with their own foretold destiny that they've given themselves. It doesn't have to dictate and define who you are, what you feel, and what you're called to do. All right, that's what I have for you. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.